They didn't execute down the stretch. At some point in time, D. Ham has done a great job of getting these guys to continue to fight hard and climb their way back into a situation, Skip. I think they're like 2.5 games out of the 6th spot. They're a game and a half out of the 7th spot. But at some point in time, Skip, you got to stop saying, I'm going to bite the bullet on this one. This one's on me. Why in the hell don't you foul Luka? I get it, Luka, you know,
Darvin did say that after the game. He said, that's on me.
No, I don't want him to say, I'm tired of that, Skip.
I got it.
I'm tired of him saying that's on him.
Yeah.
I need you to do something about it during that moment. Saying it's on me after the fact doesn't do us any good.
Okay.
It's like in the 2-minute report, they come and say, that should have been a foul. Well, how does that help me now?
It doesn't.
Exactly. So you foul Luka, you don't let him get a shot. You don't say, well, that's Luka doing what he does. He made a shot. No. You make it a free throw shooting contest from that point on, Skip. I've got a 3-point lead. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to foul you. You go to the free throw line and you make a decision.
Yep.
Do you make the first one and miss the second one? Or do you make both of them and now you foul me and let me go down to the line and see if I can make both of them?
Okay.
But I'm not letting a player get a 3-point shot off to potentially tie me in this ball game. That's not going to happen. And that's where the failure to execute down the stretch hurt the Lakers. And they did it again in the regulation, and they did it again in overtime. They let him get a shot off. You should have, you blitz him. You don't let him do that. If somebody else can make one of those shots, first of all, in regulation, Skip, nobody's getting a 3-point off. I'm fouling anybody. So Luka had the ball, so I'm fouling him. I'm tying him up, go to the free throw line, and let's see if you can pull off one of those miracle plays like you did the time before.
Yeah.
But in regulation, but in overtime, Skip, I'm going to blitz him. I'm going to take the ball out of Luka's hand. He's that good. He's on one of those levels, Skip. And I told you, I said he's going to have a high 30 or maybe even a 40-point triple-double because the game is so easy to him. He's going to get the assists. And those guys were knocking down shots early, so I thought he might have a 20-20 game, Skip, triple-double. 20 rebounds, 20 assists with 30 more points. But that's the only thing. And I still believe, I don't care what anybody says, I believe Troy Brown Jr. got fouled. Josh Tibbins says he got a piece of the ball. That man didn't get no piece of nothing. He slapped his hand, a high five, but he didn't get and he hit the side of his hand. It wasn't like the typical, like you see, they slap hands up high. That's not what it was. So I believe Troy Brown Jr. got fouled, but I don't even believe we should have been in that situation of a foul should have been called because I believe Darvin Ham should have fouled Luka in regulation and make Luka turn it into a free throw shooting contest. So that's on the Lakers. They lost this game because they didn't execute. Hell, I thought they were going to get blown out the way the Mavericks were shooting the ball in the first quarter, Skip. They was down by as many as 19. Found a way, clawed their way back into the ball game, and they had a 3-point lead late. And that should have been enough to win the ball game. But they didn't execute, and they lost.
That is a fact. Okay. This is what tore me up about watching what was a highly entertaining basketball game for all the wrong reasons. The Dallas Mavericks, as I tweeted, were begging the Lakers to win the basketball game. All the way through the fourth quarter, they unraveled. They came apart. Look at what they did in the fourth quarter. They turned it over 6 times. They're saying, here, please, please, please take this. LeBron, you take it. Schroeder, you take it. Westbrook, you take it. Troy Brown, you take it. Somebody, please take this basketball game. Because I'm going to remind everybody, as great as the overall numbers look, as great a 2 clutch shots that Luka made, he was pathetic throughout the fourth quarter. He played all but 9 seconds of the fourth quarter. So look at the fourth quarter box. What did he do? Nothing.
Right. No.
He hadn't scored a single point. He was zonked across the board. All the way down to the final 6 seconds, Luka Doncic, baby bird, had scored 0 in the fourth quarter. He had only been a factor because he was turning the ball over because he turned it over in 2 big possessions. It looked like a disaster for Dallas because you could just see Jason Kidd, he's just sort of throwing his hands up like, what are we doing? You have to win that game. It comes down to somebody to just seize it by the throat and say, this is ours. And they couldn't or wouldn't do it. And now down to the final possession, then it fell back on, as you correctly pointed out to me, it falls on the head coach because he said it was chaotic in the huddle. Yes, it gets chaotic. That's your job, to take control.
Just to calm them down.
You have to say,
yes,
shut up. Well, whoever's screaming and yelling, they were all arguing about, you take him. No, you take him, you take him. No, you tell them who you're going to take. You tell them, we've been blitzed. They blitzed him the whole fourth quarter, and it worked.
Right.
It worked at Dallas until the on Christmas Day,
right,
until the third quarter when they were blitzing because Luka did nothing in the whole first half, and then all of a sudden Hardaway got a hot hand. Well, that's how you beat Dallas. Is you just hope they don't get a hot hand
correct,
on the wings.
yeah.
And Hardaway had an early hot hand, but then he went pretty quiet,
he did.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the point is, why would you suddenly abandon the defensive strategy that had gotten you all the way to the precipice of winning the game?
Correct.
It's over. It's your game because he's come unglued. He is the leading scorer in the league, and he had scored no points all the way through the fourth quarter. So why wouldn't you just say, we're going to make sure that Hardaway or Dinwiddie or
somebody else other than Luka Doncic beats us.
Make them make the shot. And if they make the shot, you tip your cap.
Right.
But they need a three. So not only do you not blitz him, you actually let him step back across the three-point line. You have to play him to shoot the three where you don't let him shoot the three.
And plus, you allow him to go one-on-one with Schroeder, who's 6 foot. Luka is 6'7".
It's just
so why would you allow that?
I don't know. I don't know. Okay,
but just foul him, Schroeder.
Okay. All right, now we're to this. The big picture is most coaches. Some don't agree with it, but I'm going to say a majority of NBA coaches or college coaches just say, I'm going to foul.
Thank you.
You have to be careful with the foul because you can't three-point shooting foul him, right?
Right.
You got to be careful. You can't give him three free throws.
No, Skip.
Although I don't think Luka could make 3 free throws because he stepped up to the line in the first overtime. He missed 2. That
missed both
came
of
after.
them.
Yeah. All right. So the point is, most coaches would just say, I'm going to carefully foul you, and it's basically, if you do that, is it not going to probably end the game? I mean,
yes.
At that point, there's 6 seconds left.
At least I'm going to turn it into a free throw contest.
Okay.
The question now, Luka, what are you going to do? Are you going to make the first one? Because if you miss,
Luka, he pulled off that miraculous shot off the intentional miss.
Right, he made the first one.
But you're going to make him do that if you foul him.
Yeah, what's the likelihood of him doing that again, Skip?
So you have bigger bodies. You have Troy Brown. You have, if you want to put Toscano Anderson in there, these are bigger, taller, longer men who can bother him a little bit. But you put is Schroeder 6 feet?
Maybe.
I don't know. I don't know what he is. But Luka's definitely 6'7".
Yes.
And so it's a disaster of design because you don't do anything correctly on the final possession. Everything that could have gone wrong coaching-wise went wrong coaching-wise.
Correct.
All right. So now we get to the foul. If we could see it one more time. Okay. So the book on this is, the rule is that you can high five if you get basketball. Well, does he get basketball?
No.
Okay. It's real close here. I don't think he gets. I don't think he touched the basketball.
He touched no ball.
Okay. My problem was that there was a body brush that was pretty hard when he flew by him. He hits him on the side, and I don't think it was a lean in. I think it was a lean out.
Yes.
And he hit him body to body and knocked him down. And I thought that alone was a foul. That's just me.
Yes.
Okay. So you have 2 potential foul calls, and it's like, I'm swallowing my whistle. I'm going to let him play.
Right.
All right. So here's my problem. Now, here we go. I didn't want to see Troy Brown Jr. take that shot. I wanted LeBron to take it because it's your game. It's your time. You take that shot. Go ahead and drive the basketball.
Skip, you see the double. They brought the double.
Okay, I'm just taking it to the rack.
Skip,
I'm going to drive.
What you're asking LeBron to do is the very thing that they ripped Kobe for.
Okay.
That him being selfish, that he wouldn't pass the ball.
Right.
And then once Kobe started trusting his teammates and allowed Derek Fisher or allowed someone else to make that shot, Skip, he got double. That's the perfect play.
Okay.
Brown was open.
Okay. It's Troy Brown Jr. And the problem with him taking the shot is the refs don't have any reputation respect for him, right?
Yeah.
Let's do the reverse. If LeBron had just pulled up and taken a shot and got hit like that, I promise you he's going to the free throw line. I promise you. But they don't have respect for Troy Brown Jr.
I don't think when Dr. Naismith wrote the rules, you only call a foul if the player is respected.
Well, but you know how this league works.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Okay, let's go to the first overtime. Well, you got another one. Luka hits another big clutch shot. And remember, he started his career, he missed his first 10 clutch late close shots. And now he's started to get on a roll where he's becoming one of the best, if not the best at making late shots. Okay, so this is 47.8. in overtime, and he makes another three to tie on another step back. They get the switch, and he just says, thank you very much. I'll just step back, and I will make this. And hats off to him. Those are two big shots.
Yeah.
He didn't do that much late except for those two shots. And by the way, Russell Westbrook was all over Luka, and I thought it was going over the edge. But at least he was banging him. At least he was saying, I'm here.
Right.
And I thought it was bothering Luka all the way home. Russell was bothered. There was one cheap shot under the basket on a rebound play where he just rammed him from behind, and he got away with it. But he ran into him the one time that they called a flagrant on.
Right.
But it's just Russ he's playing a little out of control, but he's playing physical basketball because he's trying to rough him up. Because what's the book on Luka?
Yeah, get physical with him.
If we go all the way back, was it 3 years ago, the Danny Green game from the corner, the game at Dallas? Remember that? It was on November 1st. Okay, what happened? Remember, Dwight just
hit him upside his head.
Just cold-cocked him. And he knocked him a little woozy, right? Okay, that's the book on how do you stop him?
Right.
How do you distract him? You just rough him up because he doesn't enjoy that kind of physical play. All right, so you had that going, and then you sort of abandon it later in the game, right? All right, so we got that one. And now we come to the crucial moment here. It's 38.3 seconds left of overtime. This is LeBron's miss. This was his sixth three-point attempt. And one of these has to fall. Just one of these. He got a pretty open look, and he lipped it. He lipped it. That was the one of all the 7 shots that he tried from 3 where he took his time. He shot it correct. It looked good. The form looked good. And he held the pose a little bit like, I think this one is in, and it just lipped out. So it's not your night from 3. But that's a huge shot right there. And then now we got Hardaway finally misses a 3. And here we go to the end of overtime. And here's another one of these LeBron plays when he actually did what I love for him to do because he's the best driver of the basketball we've ever seen. And he still plays bully ball better than anybody in this league, to me. So Hardaway misses. And here we go. He gets the easy, clean rebound. And we come down to this possession. And this is what I love. Just drive it, and then that's it. Okay. To me, Christian Wood is there. I'm just going to go right through him. I'm going to go up on him, and I'm going to try to dunk on him because I think I can go to the foul line.
I think the way he was going, I don't think he could have dunked from that angle because he's going towards the basket. So when Christian Woods comes, you have to understand, Skip. So now, unless you're going to be a Dr. J to go up and under like he did against the Lakers.
So he tries to finesse it. He tries to go up and under. And Christian Wood manages to just reverse field a little bit. And I think LeBron didn't get clean handle.
I think he bobbled the ball on the way up.
He couldn't quite get a hold of it going up, but it was an easy little sort of tip block where he just got fingertips on it. Okay, but I give him high marks because at least you attacked.
Yes.
Listen, most of the game last night, when he attacked, help me out.
Right.
What did you see? I saw unstoppable. What do I see every night? Is there anybody in this league who can attack the basket better than 6'9" LeBron James?
Well, I wasn't surprised that he attacked because Luka was guarding him. And most of the time, what do people do with Luka? They attack him because he's looking to attack everybody.
Okay, I don't know anybody. Who can stop LeBron when he puts his head down.
Right.
I'm talking about when he says, I got this. I'm talking bully ball. He plays it the best, even at age 38 in year 20. Okay, now we go to the second overtime. And we've got a drive by LeBron, and this is close. He thought he got fouled, I'm pretty sure. This is 1:37 left in overtime. This is to cut it to 1. 1:37 left in overtime.
I thought they was going to call that shove off right there.
Okay, and he gets it underneath, and he thought there was over the back, and then he comes down out of bounds.
I thought they'd call a foul there. Definitely thought they were going to call that one.
Yeah. He does get the rebound and goes up, and it's Christian Wood again from behind.
He had Christian Wood had 5 or 6 blocks.
And I never thought of him as a force interior, like a rim protector type force. And then finally, we get to the 7th three-point attempt, which is 20 seconds left in the second overtime. This is to tie. This is it. And it's kind of an awkward fling a little bit. He didn't get his feet set, and it misses wide right. Okay, so that's 0 for 7. And here we go again. He's by far your best player to me. He's still playing at a supremely high level, and I'm going to say it again because nobody else will, but he needed to close that game. However it needed to be closed, it was begging for him to close it. And that's 5 of those games this year, and we had, I told you, 6 or 7 last year, where it's just, you close it. You do it. You're good enough.
Well, he didn't have a good game last night. He had 9 of 28, 0 of 7, 6 of 10. He only had 3 turnovers, but he didn't play well. I mean, of all the games, probably in the last 20 games, this is probably his worst ball game from a shooting. I mean, but the Lakers, 40%, 24% from the 3 line, 63% from the free throw line.
Yep.
That's where you lost the game, man.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so in the fourth quarter and the 2 overtimes, I've got LeBron 2 for 11, 0 for 5 from 3. He didn't shoot a lot of free throws. He made 2 out of 3 over the fourth quarter and the 2 overtimes. 2 of 11, 0 for 5 from 3, 2 of 3 from the free throw line.
Right.
Okay, so it's just your opportunities are there.
Yeah.
And Luka weirdly played a horrible fourth quarter and then makes the shot to get them to overtime, and then he makes the shot
to get them to basically get them to the second
overtime. Okay, but he didn't really do that much more. If you look at his line, you say, oh, that was a big night. But late, pretty quiet.
Yeah.
All things considered. So this is the one that got away.
Yeah.
This is the one where you say, God, we did everything but win the game.
There've been, the Boston game happened like that. Indiana game happened like that. And here's the situation. Those are three that you should have on your mantle in the win column.
Philly, I just thought you had Philly.
They did.
The miracle comeback, and then maybe you ran out of gas. But whatever.
But missed free throws again. Bit them again.
Whew.
Lakers dropped to 13th in the Western Conference, guys. Shannon, maybe you can make your due up, though, on that 76ers game that they'll have this Sunday.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll figure out how to get the dew flowing this morning. We got lots more show to go. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.